Hey Finders, and welcome back to Fortune Finds. I'm very, very excited about today's video. Tati Beauty came out with another product, which is called the Blendiful. You have a big Blendiful and a mini Blendiful, and I applied my makeup using these fluffy, adorable Blendifuls today. So this is a first impressions, this is a review, this is everything together. This is the first time that I am using this product, but I mean, I feel like this is like, I feel like you get the sense pretty much for how this is gonna go off of your first impression. I mean, I definitely need to play around with this more. There's definitely a learning curve to using something like this as opposed to a sponge. I'm not gonna give you the tea yet because I want you to watch my video. I wasn't really excited for this release, but then she kind of hyped it up. Then I got a little bit excited and then I sat down and played with it today. So you're gonna see how it all unwinds. This is the packaging. You get 2 of these in this super eco-friendly packaging. I love that. She doesn't do too much packaging, which I love. Save the environment. The environment needs to be saved. We should all be lending a hand, honestly, to help improve the world and recycle, reuse, repurpose, all of that fun stuff. But that's like a totally different topic for not really, I would not say a different day. I feel like the time is now. That's just me. I'm not gonna preach too much. We're gonna get to the makeup, so let's get to the makeup. And then on the back, it says Blendiful, and it says the cleaning instructions on here. Machine wash and dry in a delicate laundry bag, or gently hand wash in warm soapy water. Rinse thoroughly and blot dry. So take a picture of this if you're not gonna remember that before tossing the packaging. But on the back, it says no harsh lines. Exos Tati. Well, sister, honey, sweetie, we're about to find out if this indeed creates no harsh lines. The tea. I'm giving you all the tea. You guys know I'm a huge Tati Westbrook fan. I love her. She's my favorite YouTuber by far. And I've said this so many times, she has inspired me to create my own YouTube channel. I love products. I have a product obsession. I love makeup. I love buying makeup. Makeup is just like my life. And I love getting new makeup products, testing them out, comparing them to others. You guys know this whole spiel. So I do love Tati. However, I'm not afraid to really tell you guys what I think. I love her eyeshadow palette, but I told you guys the pros and cons right off the bat. Even though I like sang its praise to the high heavens in that video, I'm not afraid to tell you guys how I feel. And I love Tati, and she's a boss ass. Love her, no shade, but I'm gonna give you guys the pros and cons. I'm gonna tell you guys what I think. So without further ado, before we get into it, I just want to remind you, subscribe if you haven't done it yet. Maybe, this is like your second or third video. You're just trying to get a feel as to whether or not you like me. Girl, we're gonna have a great time. You're going to love my videos, so just hit subscribe. I'm already telling you the fairy tale ending that you want to know. Like, we're gonna have a great time. You're gonna learn a lot about makeup. I'm gonna learn from you guys. It's always a great time here. So subscribe, and also click that bell button, because it's not enough to just be subscribed. You need to click the bell button because YouTube likes to guess what it is you want to see. And if you don't want YouTube to guess, because who likes games? Nobody likes games. Let's just get down to the nitty-gritty point. You're here because you like my videos. So if you click the bell, YouTube will notify you and take all the guessing out of it. So without further ado, let's stop babbling and let's get on to my Tati Beauty Blendiful first impressions / tutorial / review video. Oh my god, guys, these are so freaking cute. How cute are these? They are so soft. I love them. This one is absolutely freaking adorable. It's so freaking cute, and they are so soft. They feel like a really soft, like nice plush blanket. I really like the tight angles, especially on this one. I feel like this one's really good to get in there with like concealer and then powder to set your concealer. So I'm so excited to try these. I feel like I'm really gonna love this, and I'm just gonna want to use this, honestly. But to start off, I want to do one half of my face with a sponge and then the other half with the Tati Blendiful. I'm gonna use a foundation that I know, I love, I trust, and I adore, just to keep it fair. This way we're not contending with the quality of the foundation, we're just contending with the application process. I'm gonna do my Makiage. This is my Woke Up Like This foundation. I am back into this, guys. I am so back into this. This foundation is stunning, it's beautiful, it's amazing. I absolutely love it, and I'm in the shade 30. I'm gonna do this side with Tati and this side with my beauty sponge. So I'm gonna take a little bit on this beauty sponge, and I'm just gonna pat like I typically do. Let's get the boring stuff out of the way. Let's see if Tati soaks up as much foundation as this, or if I can get away with using less foundation. I'm gonna take one full pump. Let's see how far we can get with Tati with one full pump. And I'm gonna apply it with my fingers first and then spread it out. So I'm just gonna go in and just blend it out. Pat and buff this in. So far, this looks more flawless than my Beauty Blender, but I don't want to jump the gun. Wow, yes. I love it for the neck, which I knew I would. This side is cakier than this side. This side is more airbrush looking. Can you see the difference? I don't really know if you can see the difference on the camera. It's a very slight difference, but this just looks like better, and this looks like cakier. My pores are a little bit more out, but see, now I'm going over it with this. So let's just do what I knew was gonna happen, and let's just do another coat all over the face using one more layer of foundation, and I'm just gonna make it even and use Tati's little thingamajig. Oh my god, this is so cool. I feel like there is no excuse to not blend your neck if you have this product. This definitely covers a lot more ground in a shorter amount of time than the Beauty Sponge so far. Also, it makes it go on a lot more airbrush. Like, I feel like I can see more imperfections when I use my sponge. And this one definitely absorbs less product than a damp sponge. I do want to see like what it looks like if I stamp over it. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Just leave it, because now it's like pulling my dry skin out more. And for concealer today, I'm going to use my Morphe Fluidity Full Coverage Concealer, because that's the concealer I've really been loving lately. Anywhere I need a little bit more coverage and where I want to bring forward, which is around my mouth. And I'm going to use this point to get in there and blend out my concealer. I feel like this point is really good because you can get like the sides of the nose. And I'm kind of just like stamping this like I would my sponge. And I love this because I can get like really in there. I don't think I love this with the concealer though. A little textured going on. But I do absolutely love how like stiff this tip is, so I can really get in there. How stiff this tip is. Okay. Yeah, I like how I can get in there like that, you know, and really like shape my eyes, but I don't love like how textured my under eyes are with this. Well, I'm gonna give this puffy one a chance, and I'm gonna go in with this angledness on this end. And I'm gonna see if this like blends it out a little bit better. I feel like this one does a better job of blending out than the little one. I'm gonna put on a little bit more concealer underneath my eyes and blend it out with the bigger Blendiful. Maybe this one would be better for powdered. I just thought for me it would be good because I have a small face, but this is definitely fluffier than this one. So maybe that plays a big role in how it blends. No, this just looks really textured. Okay, I'm gonna go in with my damp beauty sponge and just stamp this out. Use the Tati Blendiful to really take my time and blend this out, and I'm going to show you the difference. Can you see the difference between this eye and this eye? This eye is a lot more smoother, and I used the sponge after Tati Blendiful, and then this one is a lot more textured, and this is just with Tati's Blendiful. So I'm going to go ahead and just stamp them both out, but I really want you to see the difference here. Sponge, Blendiful. Sponge, less textured. Blendiful, more textured. That concealer did not like my Blendiful, so I'm just stamping out wherever I laid down that concealer. I just think that if you have textured skin or like very dry skin particularly, you might want to use a damp beauty sponge over your Blendiful. I'm going to go in with my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. This is just my favorite powder overall. My favorite powder overall. I'm going to pick up some of that, and I'm going to stamp this underneath the eye. That's really nice. I think this lays down powder nicer than my sponge. You guys know I like to contour my nose because it's crooked. So I'm going to take that side of the Blendiful, push it into the sponge. Wow. This will give you a really snatched nose. I love the angles and the lines on this Blendiful. And then I just want to go and make this a little bit more pronounced. Wow, Tati, you will literally give me a snatched nose. Yes, I refer to Tati as Tati. That's just a nickname that I have for her because we're best friends. Yes, Tati, yes. Guys, I love this for powder. Holy crap, this is so nice. This is what the Blendiful did with the powder. I feel like my face looks airbrushed. I feel like it really pushed that powder into my skin. Whereas sometimes I find, let me know if you find this as well, when I go in with a translucent setting powder, sometimes the sponge leaves like tracks, or like it pushes it into my texture and leaves a track. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like this does a really nice job with powder, and I'm gonna use this to set my powder like from now on. My under eyes have never looked this good with this much powder on them, so I'm gonna hand it off to this. Amazing. I like the small one for powder. What can I say? Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Contour Wand, and I am in the shade Fair Medium. Fold it in half like this, and I'm gonna blend out my contour. I don't know. I don't like it for the nose. Okay, I'm gonna hop off camera. I'm gonna fill in my brows. And I'm gonna assess this situation because honestly, I'm not happy with what it looks like right now, no. I feel like it looks okay right now, but that did take a lot of finessing. I went back in, I added some more Charlotte Tilbury on top of the Charlotte Tilbury that I already had on my face that I blended out with the Blendiful, but I added another layer to blend it out with my beauty sponge just because I don't like the way that this blends out my contour. I don't really like how it lays down my contour. I didn't really like how it laid down my concealer, as you guys saw. Maybe I'll do my Becca Bia Light. I'm gonna take this guy, I'm gonna dip it into bronzer, and I'm gonna stamp this on. I'm gonna like pat it into the skin. Oh, that looks really nice. Oh wow, this blends out powder really nicely, guys. So far, I really like this for powder. Okay, let's go on the other half of my face and use a brush. I love this. This is the small Japanese brush. I'm going to pick up that bronzer and I'm going to do what I would typically do with a brush on this side, and then we'll compare. What do we think? Brush, Blendiful, brush, Blendiful. I like how chiseled the Blendiful made my cheek, but I kind of like how diffused this one is, but I think it's definitely a mood. If you like something that's more subtle, I would go with the brush because it's about the Blendiful. I'm gonna even out my face. You can still see the difference though. Like this is very bronzed and like a line, and this one is more diffused. I think I want to clean this one up a little bit and make it a little sharper so that they match. So I'm going to hop back into my little Tati guy right here, and I'm just going to make this a little harsher. Let's go in with some blush, and I want to try cream blush. That's what I want to try. And I'm going to try my Honest Beauty blush. I don't think this is going to go well for me. I really, really don't. But let's try with this one because I seem to like this one a little bit better. And I'm going to stamp this into the cheeks. I like how this laid this down. Okay. I'm just going to do this side with the Tati because I like how it looks. Okay, so now this side, they're way more even. My whole face is a little patchy, honestly. I'm just gonna go over this. The Space Case highlighters, I love this one, particularly in the shade 1B. And I'm gonna go on that little angled side that I'm really loving, like so much. And I'm just gonna pat this out. This is going on like so patchy and so textured with this. I don't want to have a bad makeup day. I have to film way too many videos. And I really, honestly, no shade. I thought the Blendiful was going to blow me out of the water a little bit. Yeah, this is just like very textured. Go in with my sponge and just stamp this out. All right, guys, keeping it 100, as I always keep it 100 here with you on my channel. As much as this like really pains me, I have to say, personally to me, I'm just gonna be honest, I feel a little let down by this product just because, again, I feel like it's kind of my fault. I feel like I really hyped this up in my mind. I just thought it was gonna work for everything with everything, okay? So let me just put that out there first, okay? I will use this with foundation. I think that this laid down my foundation beautifully. I think that it has a lot of square footage. It covers a lot of space. It covers a lot of ground. And as you saw, I liked how this applied my foundation more so than my beauty sponge. However, I didn't really love how this blends it out any liquid other than my foundation, which I liked on this. My concealer, I think the concealer consistency is a little too thick for this. I think that the slip and moisture that a sponge gives really does pat out those creases and pats out those textures that I have so much of underneath my eyes. I have to say, concealer I like better with a sponge. Contour blending I like better with a sponge. I just feel like this made my concealer and my contour just like a little bit like patchy and bunchy, and I wasn't a fan. I really didn't enjoy much liquid products with these. This I love as a touch-up. I love this to contour using powder. I think that the angles, the shape is just honestly amazing. I'm gonna say that this did a better job of applying my cream blush than, say, my typical like cream blush brush. This is beautiful for powder. I think this does a really great job of really helping you to chisel out that contour by laying down translucent setting powder underneath your cheekbone. I think this does a great job of stamping underneath the eye, of contouring. So I will definitely use this for powder, especially this one going forward. I think the angles are great. How many times do I gotta say it? I don't really know. Love this though for the neck and foundation. Absolutely love this. I will use this so much in the summer. I feel like if you live somewhere where it's warm or you're going on vacation, like if you're wearing like a low cut dress, like just slather that foundation. Take some liquid highlighter and slather it all over your body. Like I think this covers a lot of ground and will do a really nice job on the body. I really hope that you guys understand what I'm saying. I hope that we are all on the same page. If you think differently and you disagree with what I'm saying, say you have the Blendiful or you are watching how I applied it and you just think it looked a lot better than I think it did, like let me know down below in the comment section. Let me know anything that you think. I'm happy with this. Overall, I'm happy with this. I will definitely use this every day in my makeup routine. It definitely fits in my routine. But this is not something that takes all of my other products out of the equation, like all of my other applicators out of the equation. So I really hope that that makes sense. I don't think this is like a one-stop shop where you buy this and then you can like donate, get rid of all of your brushes. I really don't. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Leave me some love in the comments. Let me know all the things that I said before. Do you own this? Do you love this? Has this replaced your brushes, your blenders, your whatevers? Let me know. I'm really curious. Subscribe, click the bell if you haven't done those two things already. And yeah, I had a great time as always. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, Finders. Mwah.